These are very important devices to me. Starting off with the Ipod Touch 5th Gen. Beautiful design. Changed it up from the 4th Gen, which I do have because I collect iPods because I'm a noob. Has a headphone jack, of course. I put a bunch of videos on it. I put songs. I love it to death. It's a bit slow on iOS 9, but I don't find it too bad. Got a few issues. You could see the lag sometimes, but look, quick movements, not its thing. But it's bearable. I actually handled this for a good while. Only going to an iPhone 6 used one with a bad battery somewhere in 2020, which I switched back to this because it was like unbearable and killed like 5 chargers. So, you know, good old thing. This actually recorded a few of the early cut videos, and let's just say it was nightmarish because YouTube was so old on it that it would fight me a lot sometimes. But it was still a good machine, and a few of the Ben 10 Omniverse 2 speedruns were recorded on this, so I really gotta love it. And then I basically stuck with the iPod line. I had an iPhone 4S for like a very short amount of time, and I had it for well, it wasn't a short amount of time. I just used it for a short amount of time. I just mostly used this boy when it actually used internet, because now this is a secondary device with no internet capabilities because I moved the house, as you could tell in some videos. Yeah, so this thing definitely got its money's worth. It was the first device I ever had, and it's a beautiful device. So I took way better care of this than any other device I have, besides maybe my iPad right below here, which we'll get into in a bit. So lay the iPod 5th Gen down. What's this? Is this the 6th Gen? 7th Gen? What is this? Out of my own money, in January or February or March, I thought it was March, but apparently it was January, whatever. I bought this beautiful 7th Gen Ipod Touch 32 gigabyte because it was only stupid gigabyte storage, for about $299 Canadian. Beautiful. Still angry, didn't get iOS 6, but 16, I mean. Still very angry about that, but, you know, it's an iPod. Just how it goes. I love it to death, though, and I'm very sad to see it go. RIP iPod. I was going to make a video on it, but I said no. I'm not going to show that. And then you have this beautiful monstrosity. My iPad 9th Gen. 2021 model, 64 gigs. I paid for this too, just like my iPod 7th Gen. It was a total of $500 Canadian. Bought it off eBay. Brand new, beautiful. The case is a bit bent up though, because I love this thing a lot. Let's just say that it's a good secondary device that runs Wi-Fi, because this one don't. So, but I take this with me to school to watch YouTube when I am on break. So, yeah, I love my iPad 9th Gen. And the weird thing is, I never had a phone. So, this was February 2022. I never had a phone in my life. Odd, isn't it? And then I came home Tuesday, just yesterday, the 14th of June, and I had a surprise waiting for me. It was an iPhone 11. I think it was a used one or a refurbished one. It doesn't matter to me because it's still a phone, and I really do appreciate it. I didn't pay for it. I didn't even know it existed and was coming. I only picked out the color, and that's all I knew about it. I was camping during the time, and my mom was home, so she got it. Because, yeah, I live with my parents. Because I am younger than 19 years of age. Wow, we're learning something. Yeah, this is something to learn about. And I got an iPhone 11, which I am honestly recording on right now. This is my setup in 4K. Not a big difference. Anyways, yeah. First, we went from iPod 5th gen recording, bit bad. Sometimes, I would switch, but mostly the 5th gen. It was barely ever the 4S. And I don't even think it was the 6 for this channel. But we're not talking about my past channels, because that's not important. So we're gonna put that there. And then, it was my beautiful 7th gen, which I do love to death. Beautiful headphone jack, saved me a few times. The earbuds I had for this was a masterpiece, even though I got my AirPods, which I use to death, because yeah, look at that. I don't take care of them because I bought them. I know that sounds bad, but just how you go, and when you get a daily. I do take care of these, but it's just how it goes when you don't have a case on them. I actually sync these up to both iPods and my iPad. And yeah, some of my Red Bull speedruns, mobile ones, were speedrun on both my iPod 7th gen and my iPad. Just saying. I also have a computer, which I do not talk about at all, that I did a few actual Red Bull speedruns on, not the mobile version. And I did that, which was decent, not bad at all. Xbox Cloud Gaming videos were on this beautiful thing. It's like an iPhone 11 in an iPad case. And then today's video was recorded on my loving, I wouldn't call it loving, but my iPhone 11, which is sea green, dual cameras, 812 Bionic, while this is an A10, this was an A5X, I believe. Yeah, outdated. It runs poorly on its iOS, but whatever, I still love it. It's beautiful though. Yeah, kind of sad, huh? The iPod's going. iOS 9 for the 5th gen, iOS 12 for the 6th, and 15 for the 7th gen, which just got discontinued on the 10th of May, a month ago, literally. And I kind of miss it. I honestly love this thing, and oh my god, I use it to death. You can tell it's had a good few uses. As you can tell by the scratches, you look at that 5th gen, which has been around the bay a lot more times than that good old 7th gen, you'll notice there's no scratches. Even if you looked with a magnifying glass, there's only little scratches and a little scratch going across the screen, which you can barely see because of the fingerprints that I have on it, because I love this thing to death. Yeah, I will be recording videos on my 5th gen, not 5th gen, 7th gen, because my 7th gen is just so compact and so lovely and just so perfect. I'm not that big on phones. I'd rather a daily iPod on me, because, well, it's something tiny, something I don't need to care about that much, even though I really do care about this thing. a lot. And, you know, like, phones are expensive. They're meant to be around for long. You can get calls, messages. It's annoying. Honestly, you can get messages and FaceTime on this, but when you're off Wi-Fi, it's perfect. No one's texting or calling you on FaceTime. You're your own man without Wi-Fi. That's why I literally go to school with this thing, and I love it to death. Spotify, oh my god, AirPods and iPod, man, holy, never knew it was such a big dream of mine to even have it. And yeah, I know this is a weird video because I've been talking about my filming devices, but I also gotta talk about these iPods because they mean the world to me. And I've had iPods a long time now. I've had this all of my life, pretty much. I have also a 2nd gen and a 4th gen iPod that came around 2020-ish. It's a bit older than this one, though the 4th gen I already had, but I never used. It was a hand-me-down I stole, and I love it. I love the 4th gen. So easy to scratch though. 2nd gen, I bet up the screen because I'm a noob. The only iPod I've ever broke, which is kind of crazy to me. This might be the 2nd if I don't stop. If I don't give it up dropping it, because you can tell, man, this had the good old in out a few times. That's a ThankBots reference. Yeah, I want another one of these. I honestly want to buy a 256 one to last me a long time, but I might just wait for a bit. I seriously hate the bezels in the iPhone because you can barely grab onto it. At least this has bezels so you can, you know, put your hand there, put your hand there. Big hands, like, this is what the bezels were made for, not like the iPhones. iPads, big and chunky. I used to have an iPad 2, would break your nose. This one, it's light and thin, but it would also break your nose because of how big it is. Honestly, I love all of my gear, my electronics. I love my old CRT TV, and yes, I have boxes here because I'm a noob and I love sorting my electronic cables. My old CRT, I love this flat screen for my Xbox and Wii. I love my Xbox Series X, which I lay on its side because I don't give it respect and I don't have the room. I love my Wii. I love my SNES. I love the VCR and DVD combo. I love my other CRT, which I had at my old house, and I stole the other CRT from my nan's old house. And I have another CRT too, because apparently I collect them. And I love my old Nintendo Entertainment System. I love all of my consoles and gear. I literally have a shelf full of games that I could play literally any time on this channel. But I always stick with these mobile devices, so they always mean more to me. This is blast off for now. I'll see you in a bit. I got a few plans with my old iPods, and I don't know if someone will like them. No, I'm gonna kill you. Nah, I want to honestly buy an iPod Classic 4th Gen to mod and just like get 256 gigs in it, and it would be perfect. Maybe even a 5th Gen iPod Classic, but they're expensive, so I don't know. Anyways, signing off for now. Love y'all. See ya. Got a bit of information about me and my past with iPods and that. See ya. Goodbye.